CCN bringing you captivating news since 2019.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, Captivating Christian, along with that guy over there, the voice of many reasons. Brother Nate, how are you, sir? What's going
I'm
on?
doing fine, doing fine.
Great, great, great,
Yeah, I
great.
don't believe that shit. Ain't no such thing as reasoning now.
Yeah, right. It's all out the window at this
hmm
point. Um, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to those of you who will be in the chat or watching later on the replay. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Definitely thanks, Thumb Down, for stopping by early to drop his little
Hey,
note.
Stump.
Yeah, whatever, bitch, to you too. And for you, of course, that are in the balcony, your waiter or waitress will be around with your drink of choice. Yeah, there's some stuff going on the YouTube street, so you know it is what it is. But we'll get into that. Um, but what in the what is going on already? Already. I mean, I don't have much to talk about because I figured what I said I was going to stay true to. I'm going to try and take a break until January 20th, but goody goddamn, this motherfucker has started already. These people have started already.
hmm Don't be scared now.
Right. So the latest, of course, is a lot of the um I don't want to say immigrants because they're not, but a lot of the Latinos that voted for Trump for some reason think that they are immune from the mass deportation. I don't know what part of mass did they not understand.
The mass
'Cause-
part.
yeah, because mass deportation is just that mass deportation. But they felt, in a few of the interviews, that he was only going to deport the criminals. It's not that many criminals in the books to be mass deported in the numbers in which they're talking.
But I hope they don't think just because they flew up here, they gonna be giving
Right,
a bus
right,
ride back. Hell,
right,
right to the
right.
gate.
Yeah, this is where um you fuck around and find out
hmm
starts to happen. This is where, and again, it's not even the thing that we were all saying, vote for uh Kamala Harris because she's a black woman, uh Southeast Asian woman, a Democrat. None of that. Because of course, with anything and with anybody who's in that position of power, you hold them accountable. But we all knew what was coming down the pike for everybody else that people didn't want to pay attention to, cared to pay attention to. And before the man is even sworn in, yet again, they're already starting. Well, that's because they already had loyalists already in place
Oh yeah,
while he was out.
and there was
So,
some there before he even got there the first time. So they just been sitting and waiting.
how about it? How about it? So, yeah, good luck with them and all of them. Hey, outspoken, how you doing? Um, you know, get your burritos and your tacos and your sombreros and all that. Get it together, round it on up, because not only is your grandmothers and your cousins and your uncles going, they talking about not even separating
Oh no,
American-born children.
no, no. Told you, the whole family can go.
The
It'll be a
whole
family trip.
family is going right. It's about to be a whole family trip. Forget the Johnsons. It's the Consuelos. Okay, the
hmm
Rodriguezes. They all going. Everybody.
Now remember, he did this the first time when he came through and swept and started deporting people. He was actually deporting, actual citizens,
Yeah, yeah.
um, dreamers,
He did.
you know.
He did.
How do you even determine what country to send them back to?
I
I guess
have no idea.
their parents' home country.
But then he was getting heat. Remember,
He did what?
he was getting heat for doing that, for sending the mass people back. Yeah,
Yeah. And they also separated children. You still have thousands of children that still have not been reunited with their families
right.
because they would just just taking them away, and there is no way really to. I mean, you can do DNA testing, but they didn't even
Right.
track them.
Yeah,
And here these kids were scattered all over the country
in adoption agencies, no
in
less.
adoption agencies.
Yeah. So now here we are on the brink of a whole nother situation.
4 years.
That there's
Another
no
4
checks.
years.
No checks and balances for this one. This is the freebie. This is whatever.
Oh
whatever
no, but there is,
happened.
but there is
What's
one
that?
bullet, one vote. It always works.
Oh, then you got JD Vance, and God knows who else behind
well,
him.
One vote, 2 bullets.
Can we get 3?
Who else is left?
The Speaker of the House.
Okay.
Yeah, you would need.
Oh
3.
yeah, that dick.
Yeah,
that
you would need
dick.
3. But yeah, so then you're left with that situation on the horizon. You have the attorney generals of the different states that were prosecuting Darnell for his crimes. Okay, that
Hey Melissa, how you doing, girl?
He wants to go after them. Hey auntie, what's going on? He wants to go after all of them, and surprisingly, they happen to be African American. But you ain't going after the special prosecutor from the Justice Department. You ain't going after him.
Oh no, but they've all made their announcements that they were ready for something like this. So
exactly,
I'm waiting to see what's in their arsenal.
Yeah, Letitia James said, "Bring it on, bitch." I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what she said. They are prepared to handle him.
Yeah, now even the lawyer that he has that responded to her.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds like Trump.
Yep.
I was like,
first of all, did he say
they're not even professional?
But did he say big titty on air? Or
he said big titty or big body or big girl. He said big. I don't know.
It was big he something. Said big titty. It did sound like he said big titty. But regardless, you are representing the president-elect of the United States. The reverse president. You lost, and then you came back, swung back around again.
Bizarro Trump.
I mean, seriously, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. And I'm not buying. I'm like Eddie Glaude with this. I'm not buying. Oh, milk was so high. Oh, bread was so high. Infrastructure, all this stuff that people don't pay attention to. That these people that voted, that his core don't know nothing about it. Nothing about it. Nothing about it at all. I mean, he just laid out his plan for white reparations. Oh, they get reparations because we're talking about the history that America has done to us. So we can't talk about slavery.
They should put it in a rap song and play that shit.
I mean, I don't. I'm confused. I'm not confused because it's exactly what they want. This is what it was all about: making America white. Not even again, forever. Forever. They don't want to be felt. They don't want to be talked to or made felt guilty for the privileges that they have, that they continue to enjoy. They don't.
But I don't think they realize that the whole world is watching you, and now you just exposed yourself.
Well, they don't care. You got Putin on the other side of that, spewing the same shit. So does it really matter?
Oh well, you know what he did too. He had the networks flash those nude
Yeah,
pictures of his wife. But you
right.
know what that was? You know what that was?
I got you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I got pictures of your naked wife
right.
showing her nappy pussy,
Showing her
and
nappy pussy.
we got you too.
Yeah,
Because he ain't
if we
saying that.
got your wife, we got you.
That's right. Hmm.
Right. But they've
It'd be
had him
funny as
all
shit. It'd be
along.
funny as shit if she was like Putin's agent.
But would you be surprised?
No, but that'd be a good ass movie though.
I'm just like, but the same laws that you go and kicking people out or preparing to deport people are the same ones your first lady is under. Are you deporting her ass too? You sending
Oh,
her
not only
and her
that,
family back?
her mother and father.
That's what I'm saying. You sending her and her family back? Well, no, I think the
Hmm.
mother died.
Oh, well,
Did
we
the
can
mother
send her
die?
back too. We
Yeah,
should.
send her body back too. Send
Hmm.
her,
You know, she always be set back in the box.
put her in the cargo plane. She all
I know
right.
you won't have to pay. You won't have to pay for no first class seating.
You can put it in the bottom of Air Force One now that you get to fly the
Hmm.
new one that you designed, which will probably look very gaudy and crazy. My stomach is turning. But yeah,
It gives
so
you it's giving you bubble guts.
it does. It does. Because for a moment where you think this is not even about what you think it's about, vote for something different. We can talk about policy later, but this ain't about policy. And y'all, oh, fuck that. This is about to be a huge fuck you to a whole lot of people. The fact that you're already preparing to shut down the Department of Education and you're talking about giving white reparations. I wonder how you black folks feel about that.
Is that you?
Huh?
Is that you blinking in and out?
Was I blinking?
Yep. Oh, they fucking with us now on YouTube. Yeah, you know, goddamn. Go ahead. We still. Well, let me see if we still.
I don't know. Maybe that was my. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, you playing? You pressing buttons?
I didn't press no buttons. I was just talking. I didn't press nothing. It might
All
be.
right, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys. So I'm just like, I don't know what you thought. I didn't know what you thought. I really don't know what you thought. Now, wait till the tariffs come.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how much dough you be rolling in then. How high your bread and your eggs will be then. Cause it's coming. Oh, it's coming. You think shit high now? Oh, just wait. Oh, you wait.
Now remember what it did the last time with the farmers. We had
Right.
to bail
We
them
had to
out.
bail them out. Nobody
Because
recalls that.
and the black farmers got fucked because they didn't get any help.
They did.
So now we have
and then who came swooping in?
Yeah, but how many years
to help
later?
them? Right. Who came swooping in to help them years later? Old Joe
Mm-hmm.
and VP Harris.
I mean, understand, Joe was supposed to stop the bleeding. We always said that.
Right. That was never lost amongst us.
Mm-hmm. He was
Now,
just
why he
supposed
ran
to,
again, I don't know. I can't say.
I just think it's because the Dems just didn't they just didn't push the issue.
I think they ran the numbers between all the viable candidates that they possibly had, and nobody was really winning against him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would have been the problem. That's why he ran in the first place.
Right. But I think when they ran the numbers again, the same thing was happening. And I think, they kind of tussled it back and forth. And he was like, okay, I'll do it. What they wasn't expecting was that first debate debacle where he,
No, he started glitching.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And
no, that presidency, that burns a motherfucker out, as you can see. Because he's almost dust.
Right. You see when he walking around, he walking like John McCain and shit. Them arms don't move and shit. You're like, can bend them? Like, dude, move. Like, they don't. Like, he be focused on don't trip, don't stop.
Yeah, you can see him thinking about
Yeah, every
left,
step.
right, left,
Yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah.
You could see him thinking like every step, especially during the and salute and to all the veterans. Veterans Day was the other day. And watching the ceremony, you could just see him like concentrating on every step and just like, and it's, the man's old, but let's not get in the weeds here. That other motherfucker old too.
Right. And it's telling on him too.
So yeah, just sit back and see. That's all we can do is just sit back.
Yeah,
and
do what we do.
Yeah.
There's no real reason to, reason to panic.
I know. I mean,
Just watch the white folk. Just
they picked
watch
them.
the white folk and
Yeah.
the Hispanic, and
They
watch
picked
them
them.
as they get that shocked look on their face, that deer in the headlights look.
That it was them. That
Mhm.
you're part of the them. Oh yeah.
Why is it so hard for them to understand, and for everything that we've been through in this country, especially politically, that everything is aimed towards controlling them?
Because
Why is it?
they
I
are
just don't see why they
blinded.
don't get it. Their prejudice outweighs everything. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it to those niggas. We're gonna control the niggas, but they never fail to realize, motherfucker, you niggas too.
Right. Well, because it's always a thing. Like I guess America in and of itself is this they call the shiny thing on the hill, but it is the epitome of whiteness and greatness, right? So even just coming here to a lot of them is that idea. Yeah, the picket fence and all that other shit, which is very white. But that is what they strive for. So that is embedded in them for God knows how long. When they get here by however means, whatever means, the saltines use that to then have them ally and say, no, you ain't gotta, no, you could be over here with us because you're better than them. At least you're not them.
Mm-hmm.
And
plus, it also pads their numbers.
But right, for the moment, for them to be able to do what they need to do. Then once it's done, I don't need you anymore. What's the point? How these people don't see it, I have no clue. They could have put it in crayon for as easy as the playbook is. Get you on my side, get your votes. Once I get your votes, I don't need you. Because what I thought about you, that man said it in plain sight. And you people laughed it off like it was a joke. No, they really think of you all.
No, he
was serious. They all read the jokes. They all have to go through the jokes. He don't get the, nothing gets through these people. Okay? There's not he slipped that joke in, nobody knew. No, that's not how these things work. It's just not. They have learned to take their hoods and their white garments and put on suits and sit in front of your TV and call it conservative news. That's it.
It's like this guy that was on TikTok, Black Magite. was sitting there crying the blues.
Right. Oh, dummy. Because they said that they was wanted his vote and he wasn't a part of Mega Nation no more and all. And he was literally sitting there crying like, you fucking idiot. But see, that's the thing. You want to belong so bad. So bad. And and sometimes it's your parents giving you this idea that accomplishment is this whiteness. This idea of whiteness is accomplishment, and your children grow up wanting that, chasing that. I mean, granted, and you try to give them the quote unquote the best things or a better life than you had, because you think sending them to private school and doing all these saltine things is something that is better than you had. When we gonna learn to just embrace our own stuff? I'm just asking, because we sitting up here always embracing their stuff. They have everything already here. These kids they grow up knowing about the greatest saltines ever to walk the planet, allegedly, that owned other people. But you can't talk about that because that's too much like making white people feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Oh, so we supposed to be acting like we all here as servitude, indentured? Was that what we supposed to believe? I mean, it's absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Just watch the new Trail of Tears. White tears.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like these, and educators should be up in arms, and it shouldn't matter who you voted for. As an educator, you're the police of history. Whether it's mathematics, science, whatever it is, you are in charge of teaching.
Right.
And you to sit back and think this is cool, it's crazy to me. Crazy to me. And it has nothing, and again, making white people feel good or bad about actual facts is ridiculous. When the same actual facts they can turn up on us, and what we supposed to feel happy about it? The first quote unquote president of the United States spent years as a general and as the president of the United States chasing his slaves that ran away. One in particular that might have been a child of his for years. And even after his death, Martha was chasing the bitch down.
Right.
Now,
so the white woman they get it honestly.
Right. When did it become that serious? Let it go. But because they have this thing that they are they are the great superior thing. Nothing was created in civilization but through them. But bitches, y'all come from caves like Gollum. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't. I just. But yeah, we the ones that's supposed to come from apes and monkeys. I don't see it. I don't see it. Now some of us do look a little gorilla-ish. I ain't but I'm just saying that it's just really ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And I'm just trying to figure out how all these people did not realize. Oh no, you part of the them that he's referring to. This mass deportation. Oh, this one won't have the ACLU protection. This one is gonna be one for the books because there will be nobody to stop it the way they were the first term. Because he got a lot of heat the first term for this mass deportation, and he had to dial it back.
Mm-hmm. I think the only thing that may cut it, some of it, is the price tag.
They don't give a goddamn. They don't give a goddamn.
88 billion?
Yes.
Is it 88 billion?
Roughly
a trillion,
estimated.
something like that.
A year.
Okay.
Roughly a year. Did you hear the director? Just the guy who's supposed to take the position? Did you
Mhm.
hear him? He doesn't care about the price tag because what did he say? Is there a
Well,
price tag?
if he can't pay them motherfuckers gas or get drivers to drive them buses, he's
Is
going.
it is there a price tag on the national security?
You see that wall, right? Got holes in it.
But
Keep
that's a
ass
whole nother
material.
thing. Like I was watching a little documentary and the dude was talking about some there's like 2021. No. We're not gonna make up no dates. That was part of the wall he was supposed to, or the fencing he was supposed to repair. So those gaps in the wall is because there was no wall built. He did 2 little slabs and went away. They never completed the job, just like the rest of the stuff he's ever done. It was never completed. No. Now all that money that they got from Congress for it, where did the money go? Ask Steve Bannon and the rest of the people that pocketed
Yeah.
the money for the wall. Ask those people. But ain't
This
nobody
is the
asking
fucking
like,
biggest grift in history.
this is what I'm
This
saying.
this
People were padding their pockets like crazy while you sitting over there thinking, oh, I'm getting a little extra money in my paycheck. They were taking money hand over fist. Okay.
But you
And
know what
putting it
would
in the
be
pot.
hilarious? You know what would be so fucking funny
What's
is
that?
if the currency drops, the bottom falls out, the money's worth nothing, nothing at all.
If that does it, well, I mean, it could definitely
I
happen,
mean,
but
because it really doesn't. It doesn't have any backing.
no,
Doesn't
it
have.
does right.
We don't have any backing for it.
So I mean, if it
But you
does,
also
then
know these other countries, uh, the Soviets, China, Korea,
right.
and a couple of other ones. They're working on BRICS, their own currency. So they'll punch a hole in the United States dollar. It won't be worth a goddamn thing.
But again, that's a whole nother scheme, though. That's a whole nother scheme. Oh, come with me, and then once they utilize you and your resources, you're going too. Like that's why I don't understand how some of the countries in Africa can team up. Like, are you really serious? Are you gonna let them do this to you again? Really, y'all? Like, come on. I don't know. I'm just like, y'all just too. It's almost like uh those like Moses coming down with the little tablet things and all the other things that you read about in that other fairy tale book that you like really
Mm-hmm.
looking at it in real life like y'all really don't see the fake shit. This shit is not real. They're really using you. Like I mean,
Yeah, but it's a slapping ass party though.
I don't see it. It's crazy. Hey TDB, what's going on? I just don't see it. Like it. I don't see what people see in this. It's almost like you see it plain as day. So I'm so confused of what the hell these people are missing. Your paycheck can't be, or the little piece of extra change you think you're gonna get can't be that worth it. Because at the end of the day, your taxes at the end of the year are going to be so high. You're not going to see a refund for a minute.
Oh yeah, because they would do the end next year.
I don't know. I really don't know. And for the beginning of the term, he's going to ride Biden's this trajectory up out of the gook that Biden was headed on. But you know how fast that's going to drop?
Oh yeah, just with the fact that he's won has already, you know, starting to stutter everything.
Listen, people's Christmas bonuses from those factories canceled. Right. Why? Because they got to prepare for tariffs.
Right.
So they're making double they're putting their money into the product and not
to bring it over here so that they don't have to pay the extra prices. the
And
extra
they're gonna
taxes
charge you
on it.
for the extra
And then
tax.
going to taxes. But there's going to be some that they're going to do it regard. They're going to charge you for it
Yeah, they're gonna
anyway, and
right.
just say it was because of the tariffs.
Yeah, that's
If
it.
they will, I mean, let's be
Always
realistic.
have it.
They've been price gouging anyway
Yeah, they sure have.
between between raising the prices and shrinkflation.
Hmm.
You know, they've been getting you all the way around.
All the
So
way.
they've been doing that already. So they really have carte blanche to just go ahead and really pull out the stops.
Right. A lot of people have. And they act like they don't, like it didn't exist. I don't know what planet you people were on. I don't know where y'all was sleeping, what rock.
No, that just comes from being an American and having a short ass attention span.
I,
It's
I,
like we can remember this. We can remember this shit, all the shit that happened, and
yeah,
even the little fine detail shit that nobody else catches.
right.
But your average, and especially if you're white, you just don't. You just figure everything doesn't apply to you anyway. It's always that them problem until you have to try to figure out. When he dismantles school, where's my autistic kid
right?
gonna
Where's your
go?
autistic kid gonna go? Right, right. When you dismantle the school system, where are the kids gonna go? Not only just other kids, but where are all the kids gonna go? You mean to tell me they're gonna sit home until what? They get a golden ticket like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and shit to go to school? Okay.
No, the only thing I really, if they do fuck up the schools, and I hope that if the states take them back over, I would like for them to go back to a normal curriculum instead of teaching them how to test, because that's what they mostly do now.
Right.
Because that's all you ever hear them talking about is these standardized tests.
Right.
I mean, because our kids, compared to the world, I mean, they're like what 40 percentile,
Mhm.
50. They're terrible.
Yeah, but
They
I
can
don't
tell you how
know.
to use. They can tell you how to use that Apple phone.
Right. They sure can. But I don't know if my fear in that, I don't know if the states have enough capital to cover that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the government totally dismantles and doesn't support the schooling systems, can states support the school system in their states alone with no government funding?
Well, I'm pretty much like this. Fuck the red states, because we've been, the blue, because the blue have been carrying them anyway. If you
Right.
don't know, the majority of the issues that you have, money wise, when it
Right.
comes
All
to
right.
the red
Yeah,
states and the
that
blue,
is true.
the blue states drain. I mean, the red states drain the resources. They really don't produce enough to take care of themselves. So
Right.
the blue states, um, have pretty much been carrying them, and it's like having that. It's like having that kid that just won't get out the fucking house and get a job. So I'm like, fuck them, because they own their own. So what's her name, Sarah B. Huckabee or whatever.
Yeah.
Why
Sarah
she's
Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess they will be able to bring jobs back there, because we will have a third world setup, because you'll have people that can't read above a fifth grade level. F that. Um,
Well, I think that's what the whole fight is anyway. I think it is
well,
really
yeah,
against
but the thing
education.
is, it's yeah, because you want to dumb down the society. They want to bring everything back stateside. That's why it left in the first place. When you can have your shirt, you can have a shirt made over in Taiwan by some
Right.
12-year-old that's working 12 hours, 7 days a week.
Right.
You don't have to have, you work them until they pretty much die. They don't have to, have any type of safety regulations. That's why they did away with, they cut back on OSHA
Mhm.
and all of these other safety things, that were set up to protect the worker. They're going to go after unions.
Right.
That's going to be a mainstay. Then they're going to make it so that you can't sue the company if you get your arm lopped off in a machine, because you fell asleep because you're working a 12-hour shift 7 days a week.
Right.
You know, and they're already like Tennessee already is talking about having kids
Children
work past
labor. Yeah.
a certain amount of hours.
Right.
Yeah, because they actually, and what are they going to do? Because they had those little migrant kids in there cleaning out those I guess it was sterilization tanks. What are
Yeah.
you going to do, Sarah? Sarah, you troll bitch. What the fuck are y'all going to do?
I don't know
What
what
are
they
y'all to do? I mean, I'm serious.
I think Oliver Twist will make a comeback. Okay.
Yeah, but then too, a lot of those jobs aren't going to come back anyway because they're not even owned by companies in the United States anymore.
Right.
They're overseas. Their investors are now overseas. When you let that stuff go, it becomes global.
Right.
You'll have 7 or 8 companies under one parent company, and it's probably owned by somebody over in China somewhere.
Right.
And you think that they're going and you think that they're going to give up their monopoly on their goods? That now that you're going to pay twice as much money because he's going to put extra tax. Oh, I'm sorry, tariff on. How the fuck you going to not?
I have no idea. Oh, but it gets better.
I mean, but people just. I mean, it's like, are you fucking deaf?
It gets better. Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh, wormy.
Oh yeah, brain worms. About to get rid of the fluoride in your water, which is used so you can drink it. Actually, immunization.
So we're all going to be like Flint.
Well, yeah,
we'll be drinking out that nasty ass Chesapeake Bay.
But that's the thing. If he gets rid of all the regulations, you won't be able to even buy water and trust it because it'll be coming the same way when you cut on your tap. So what would be the point? These things are put in place for safety. Yeah, some companies try to skim off the top and make you do whatever they do to make you pay money. Oh, you went black.
I'm so that raggedy ass light. I thought it was Space Force. I thought they got my ass.
It's like, get him. So I just feel like what is about to happen here? You're about to have things come back that ain't been back in years. Polio, mumps, measles, worms, all types of shit.
Oh, like shit, this underground shit right here. Wait a minute. Well, that I had to do. This is my emergency backup. All right.
That I'm just like, this is about to be far batshit crazy than people really think. And not to mention, you still got he's going to be in charge of healthcare. Allegedly, that's the whole thing. He's going to be in charge of all that. Women's care and treatment.
Now, you going to let a man that got worms in his brain be in charge of your vagina? Hell no. Well, that's right. You don't have control over your vagina anymore.
You don't anyway, right? You don't anyway. Thanks, white women. Thank you.
Well, I told you they want to stay home anyway, but I think they fail to realize you gonna have to take care of them babies. Ain't no black woman gonna be watching your stinking ass babies.
But that's what they think. They think they're gonna go to because they didn't grow up during the times of the Help. They think that it's gonna be like the Help, like the little movie, and they're gonna have ladies walking around, pushing their little tea parties.
You go over your friend's house and play cards.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
you
got a tea party. You done had all that grape juice. Like, no, we're not. No, nobody's doing that.
And guess what? You won't be able to afford formula. So that means you're going to have to breastfeed. That means your nipples going to be sore as shit.
And what kind of breastfeed are you doing when everything else will be contaminated because they'll be done lifted? Right. So what can you eat that won't have pesticides, smesticides, and everything else in it and on it?
It's going to give you the shits. Because if I gotta go out there and pick some oranges, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, that shit, it was orange on the outside. I don't know what color. It was green on the end. It'll get right by the time you get there.
I mean, I don't think people really thought this through. I really
No, I just think that that they hated, well, that they hated us and they projected it at her.
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting too much because first of all, the timing and everything.
Well, I was at
But
least expecting
a better turnout.
your
But the
body.
only good thing is that it did show us where it was actually coming from. Where it actually came from.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but this we have it. It's hard. It's hard
Data. Yeah.
data right there, and it shows you the numbers and all those other groups. Some of them you have to look at the size, like the like Asians and things like that.
Motherfuckers. Groups. He was being nice. Groups. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're being nice because some of them are just they just don't have they just don't have the numbers like we do. That's one of the main problems is that still white people are still the dominant,
right,
numbers wise.
Yeah.
So alone, each group could not do anything.
Right.
But
together we could have. If the others would have done it, the Latinos, and
I don't. Them I don't understand. But
it would
you know what? But you know what? Their mentality is like ignorant brothers too.
Yeah.
They're and they're misogynistic. Yeah, they don't think that their women are supposed to do anything but stay home and have babies and wash clothes.
But even that concept though is dumb and stupid. I'm sitting here like, but you trust them to run your household. You trust them to do. I mean, some of these men don't do nothing. They don't balance a checkbook. They don't.
But they're the kings of doing nothing.
But who gave them that authority? This
fucking women that pump them up. That do I hear it? Do I hear atheists coming out?
No, not an atheist. But it's the system, like this system of religion that's created these dumb shits that we have, and they keep upholding this stupid ideology. This is like, it makes no sense. If you logically think about it, a man, and this is where my whole gay argument is. If you want to sit here and talk about, man can't sleep with men, a man not supposed to lay with a man, cool, I got you. Well,
let me tell you something about a man. Let me tell you something about a man. If he got a hole, it'll work.
Right. But
it'll work.
If nothing can't be made without the other, how are we sitting up here saying, well, God made man in his own image? Well, with what? But didn't he use a woman? But he had to use a woman to birth. Like the whole concept of this thing is just like, what are we talking about?
But have you noticed too? Everybody's really starting to question religion and the Bible.
Well, because some people are starting to see that it's a programming thing. It's a programming thing, and with this whole kind of man is at the head of the table, society, and thing, and everybody kind of falls under that. That's what these men. That's what they're using all of this governance on. That the men are supposed to be here, and everybody's down here, and especially white men. So it's just like, come on, y'all. Come the hell on. The same kind of doctrination that was used to keep people enslaved.
Well, it's always been the first wave of an attack of a civilization is to send in religion.
Well, yeah, of course, because you come in smiling and holding the good book, but behind you is the real left.
No. What comes with that good book is syphilis and gonorrhea.
Right.
because then
rape,
then
and
they
everything else.
yeah, then they decimate you with their depravity.
Right. As they keep some of you to then continue to preach your good word, as they see all this destruction happening from this same set book, they still keep a few of you in here to go, well, we got to keep spreading the gospel. Spreading the gospel of what? Pure destruction? Pure destruction. It's crazy. Like, it makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. None.
I tell you,
Absolutely.
the biggest eye opener I ever had in my life was when I was out looking. When I grew up, you went to church for a certain amount of years when you were young because your parents told you to go.
Made you.
Yeah, yeah. So when you turn 16, it's like you do your own thing. You figure it out for yourself or whatever. And then what I saw and I didn't like, and the best thing I did was to renounce it all because I kept seeing the flaws and nobody could answer the questions.
Right.
And then I saw how it mirrored the government and the things that it was doing.
Right.
Because it was nothing like the very first church that we ever went to, which was Lutheran, and it was just the preacher himself. He was more like community, taking care of the people or whatever, regardless of what your religious background. If you needed help or you needed something, fine. But they wasn't there anymore, once I went out. But the best thing, like I said, once I stepped away from it and I began to really open my eyes and really kind of dissect the stuff that people were having issues in the church with, and I'm like, oh, this shit is a fucking scam that's been going on for fucking ever. No wonder you can take over whole countries.
Yeah.
No wonder you can, everybody subjugated to this and to that. And then it's like, oh fuck, this is a fucking cult.
Yeah.
Then it really had me questioning who's actually good and who's actually evil.
Right.
If you were, and I'm like, I am so fucking confused.
Exactly. Because you use morality to kind of, play at your heartstrings and all, like, and at the same time, destruction, there's war, there's all this in the name of whom? It's absolutely crazy. Ooh.
That is crazy. Good evening, everybody coming in the chat.
Everybody, thanks for coming.
Hey, Virginia Redbone, how you doing?
Absolutely craziness. Like, it makes no sense to me. I'm just like, when will people wake up? And I'm not saying not to have a spiritual life.
Yes, when you go to fellowship
right
with other people, that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
But when you see how it has evolved and what it looks like now compared to what I grew up with and to now, it is such a show.
It's a shit show is what it is.
It is a show. All that foolishness that you may have the pastor, the priest or the pastors, doing, it is fucking wild. But that was the best thing. It was the best thing that I did. The best thing, because it has opened my eyes to so many things. That's why I don't have any issue with what goes on. As long as you ain't out here fucking kids and killing puppies, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it's such this thing of concerning yourself with what somebody else is doing.
Right. Yeah. Like, in other words, mind your fucking business.
Mind your business. Like, why do you care?
Well, I tell white people now, you really need to mind your business now because you about to get fucked up.
Right. I mean, pretty much. But yeah, it's like you don't have the authority to do that. And again, that's why I go to this. Religion has taught these people, these saltines and others, that they have the authority to tell people to do whatever because they have dominion over. From this person up here gave them dominion over other people to tell them what to do and how to live their lives. When at the same time, the same people talking this shit are the ones doing the most craziest shit. They were not joking when they said that Republican convention had Grindr flying through the roof. No.
Yeah.
No, because the same people that talk about hatred and wanting to kill people who happen to love the same and all that kind of stuff, because they hate it within themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least they hated themselves until
Publicly.
until 5 o'clock. Then, then after that, it's oots, oots, oots,
Right.
oots, oots, oots.
Right.
They be out there dance with the shirts off and shit. Crazy.
Right.
It is
Is
crazy.
that Lindsey Graham?
Hmm. Oh, he be the first one. You know what? He be the first one.
First one. But yeah.
That flip flopping bastard. That verse bastard.
Right. And now, so unfortunately, we're about to have 2 or more justices now on the Supreme Court. Thanks. It's just about to be totally like, what the fuck? And then these same people are gonna be crying when shit really go left. And I didn't know. Oh, he lied.
How do you not know?
Mm-mm.
Even if you're not paying attention. I mean, you have to really be in a vacuum.
Mm-mm.
You really do.
I don't see it. I really don't.
Has Justice Sotomayor has there been any word whether or not she's going to step down or thinking about stepping down?
I don't know. Personally, I think they threatened her to step down so he can put 3 seats.
A young, so okay, that and the younger, because that's the main thing. We don't want to get fucked like RBG or XYZ, whatever.
Right.
Knowing damn well that she was sick.
Right. Well, she been sick. She had cancer for the longest. But yeah.
You got to know when to let go.
But that's that privilege. That's that privilege. I'm not giving this black man, although I'm, a white liberal, I'm not giving this black man the authority to upseat my seat. I want to give it to who I want to give it to, and I want to give it to another white woman when she crosses the threshold as president. Well, whoop-de-doo, fool. She didn't win.
Mm-hmm. You're right, Jonathan. You are absolutely right. Because there's no way in the goddamn world. You look like you just plucked. You could have plucked her right over.
Yeah, for sure.
I
mean, these Republicans, and a lot of other people, they don't give a goddamn about tomorrow. They're not even thinking of. They don't care about what their kids
they want theirs.
Live in.
They want theirs now.
Yeah, straight up microwave. I want it now. Whatever it is, I want it now. Oh, you about to get it? You about to get it all? You about to get it piping hot? You about to get it?
Oh,
right
I thought you just going to say piping.
I mean that too. A lot of them going to
no Diddy oil, just piping.
No Diddy oil, no baby oil, no nothing, just straight piping.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like my fellow friend said, voting has consequences. Elections have consequences, and they sure do for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right, for everybody. So, yeah, we'll see.
Right, and possibly forever. Yeah, because a lot of these processes and things that they put into place, they're usually forgotten about until later on.
Yeah,
and then they'll pop back up, and these laws and things. They're still pulling laws from the beginning of fucking time.
Yeah, I mean they were just talking about a law of in the 1700s or 1800s to bring back, and people, they're not really gonna do that. Who said there's nothing that's saying that they can't?
Yeah, because you'll have somebody go right down that dusty ass old basement and flip through those ledgers, and then they'll sit up there, and what they'll do is they'll reinterpret
it. That's they'll rewrite it, and you rewrite it, and you put it. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't seem that bad, but it's the same one.
It says the same exact thing, just using modern day words.
Right. I don't know, but we shall see. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I'm going to sit back and watch. That's right. Sit back and watch the shit show. And do what we do. I'm already trying to line up somebody got some food stamps. I ain't lying, boy.
That's
I
gonna
am
be
not
going.
lying.
That's gonna be going too soon.
I know.
That's
Uh-huh.
gonna be going too. So I mean, it's like,
Oh yeah, and they will really hurt. I saw a stat. I saw a stat today, that show who's actually on,
on the bottom of
assistance.
it. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
But
it was.
even them
It was.
old white crack, the actual numbers. I mean, they always try to make us look like the ones on public assistance, food stamps, and all
Oh
that.
no,
But the
no.
numbers,
We
the
were
true
we were
numbers are
second.
different.
All
Right.
all white people doubled us.
I know,
Like I
because
said,
those
white
red,
people.
because all in that
Those
red
red,
state, all in the
red
middle
states.
of the United States is where they live, and they don't have it. That's why
Right.
they're angry. That's why that's why he's able to tap into that, because they don't have it. They can't afford it. They can't live like the rest of us are living. So they are mad. They are upset. But what they don't realize is their hatred and their anger. They about to cut off their own shit.
Right. I was gonna say they fucked themselves.
The only way that this may work out in their favor, if they take it back and literally you be sitting there, well, if you white, you get benefits. If you other, you don't.
Well, shit, they talking about reparations for white
But
folks
that's what I'm saying. But yeah, so
for hurt feelings.
right,
For hurt feelings, right?
hurt feelings because your grandpappy owns some slaves, and we don't want to talk about that. I'm not understanding.
Well, remember they got reparations for that too.
Right, I know. But you about to give them double. But then we want to sit here and talk. When we talk about reparations, it's a bit of a hard discussion.
No, we have to do a study. We have to do a study. That's what we have to do.
But you about to give white people money because they had to sit through and learn the history of America, which you don't think was the real history of America.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he said.
That's
Schools
right.
are going to start teaching the real history of America. What is the real history of America? White history of America? The white history we've been learning?
That we came over on Carnival Cruise.
No, yeah, and we were so poorly uneducated that
they took these heathens that were running around half
and
naked.
taught them skills to build things and breed and all these things that have taught them to be upstanding citizens to today. Please miss me with the bullshit. Okay. I don't know.
And we kept trying to teach them that they didn't have to wash their legs, but they just wouldn't listen.
Now, again, these are very European things. The not washing, the I let the water and soap run down my legs and I'm washed. The smelling like monkey balls and earring backs. I just not. No. I can't. I can't. I refuse. I'm like Eddie. I'm like Eddie Glaude in this. I refuse to believe people sitting up here talking about their gas is high. It's like he don't control the gas. No president controls the prices of gas. So if you thought you was doing that because of that, boo-boo fool, dumb, it's on you. The price of eggs and milk, again, boo-boo the fool, that's on you too. Because that was all the setup to begin with. Most of the stuff that's imported, if it was coming imported ground, you know who stopped a lot of that stuff and held on to a lot of that stuff to the reason why prices had to go up because the stuff had spoiled? Governor Hot Wheels down in Texas.
Yeah. Not only that, the fact that they had those bird flus and things like that.
Right.
And you wonder why those those drumsticks are extra really big because they so pumped up full of shit.
Oh, but you ain't seen nothing yet. You about to see some turkey pork wings.
Oh yeah.
You about to see some turkey pork drumsticks, fat back legs. You about to see a whole bunch of shit.
No.
Talking about a Beyond Burger. Y'all about to have Beyond Meat, Beyond everything. So, oh no, don't get your meat from China. China has fake meat. Watch. There's gonna be a lot of fake meat. There's gonna be a lot of fake meat in your grocery store. Just wait.
Grown it, not even grown in a lab.
Just wait.
But people, black people, don't share your secrets. Don't share your secrets with them. How we get through the things that we get through that have been handed down to us from generations to generations. Fuck them. Let them figure it out.
You're gonna fuck around and find out. You about to.
They real. They sure will.
You're really about
they
to.
They sure will. Don't share nothing, because they already. There's a couple of them on our job. They already whining.
One of the lawyers that was pushing for the ban on abortion, I think in Washington State, don't quote me, was talking to one of the Supreme Court justices there, and she was basically like, asking them questions. So, you mean to tell me if a 13-year-old gets raped, she has to have the baby to term? He's like, yep, incest, all these kind of things, life of the mother or the baby. Well, depending on the circumstances, maybe the mother, but definitely the baby. So, yeah, you basically just okay. So there's nothing here for the mother. Well, there's some kind of ramifications here for the mother. She's like, I don't see none. I don't see any viable living avenues for the mother's life. Well, just dancing around the whole thing. All they want you to do is breed. White women, saltine crackers. Have fun.
Was that the one they were also talking about? If the child was raped,
if the child was raped, if the child was raped, or if the child had, if they discovered that the child wouldn't be normal after coming out, they would still have to have the child. Like there was no avenue here for the mother to
but this one was they were talking about the child's attacker. If the child got an abortion, the child sentencing would be more than what the actual attackers.
Yeah, I read that too. The sentence for the child getting the abortion would be 15 years, and the attackers would be 10.
That's some crazy shit. But I tell you one thing that I have noticed is that when speaking with those types of people, that they kind of feed off of when you give them an emotional response,
right?
And I think that the reporter should have said, well, suppose your wife or your daughter is attacked. So what do you think? Tell me personally, without being like, you get that what the fuck is this motherfucker's crazy look on his face, on your face. But if you respond to them like that, because I think a lot of it is just shock value, because they pretty much have been released, free to pretty much say whatever they want to say and how they say it, and they just looking to get your response.
Right. Yeah, of course they've already started. Before Congress closed today, they had started.
Mm-hmm. Now, how many people? Can I get a poll? How many people think this election was rigged? That there was interference?
I really don't see every battleground state. I find that hard.
When I looked at that, and I kept looking at it, I was like, I never seen that
Every
shit
single
before.
one. Not
And
every
then,
one.
well, here's the tipping point. When he said the popular vote, I was like, I know this motherfucker cheated.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you lost the popular vote twice.
Then all of a sudden, because it could have been one of two things. It could have been they were really that racist and misogynist.
Or people didn't vote.
Well, when you got Elon Musk's satellite system that was used,
Right.
and then and this was real. I mean, this shit is like a fucking show. It's
It is. Oh, are you frozen or I'm frozen? I think. Hello, can you hear me or am I frozen? Can you see me? If you can see me and hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. 'Cause I don't know. I think he froze. I'm not sure. But yeah, the shit is a total shit show. I mean, none of it makes sense to me. I just feel like I think okay, cool. Thank you, Jonathan. I don't know. I don't know. You said you don't think it was rigged? Yeah, I do think Elon Musk helped. I mean, if he did help, then in fact he helped rig it. Because I just don't, that's just crazy with the money he was not even trying, but the money he was throwing into the campaign, the money he was giving out to people, which was illegal to do, to kind of sway people to vote either way. It's just a bunch of just crazy bullshit. But of course, people were hoping and pushing for Trump to win because, of course, they thinking he's going to pardon me. And then that way, I don't have to deal with any federal charges. But what they fail to realize is, of course, federally, yes, you may get a pardon, but that has nothing to do with the individual states that some may live in. Elon Musk might get away with that, maybe. But go ahead, sir. You were saying?
Elon, you bitch. She thought she was gonna shut me up. Gotta peep your car. Had me up there with my mouth open. That mama. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, talking about Elon and his satellite. Oh, a couple of days before they were showing, I guess the one of the satellites re-entering because it looked like a fallen star, and they were like, that type of thing. And I was like, you kind of like really thinking about some of this foolish shit that's going on in the background. It's like, well, wait a minute. That's what they were looking at. One of the satellites, because it was evidently there were a couple of satellites that had fallen back into. But that's number one. That's a conflict of interest. He's working with a candidate. Why are you using his number one, his software,
right,
and his hardware with the satellites?
Right.
Jonathan, you said you don't think it was rigged. That to me, that would be part of rigging also. Maybe not with the actual numbers, but you're also finding ballots, showing up.
Right.
And supposedly with the software, the way that it tallies up is an issue.
Well, the fact that everybody the votes came in at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and that was another thing, because I have never ever seen an election that was called so early. It's usually called like over the weekend. It's always over the weekend. You don't call it as soon as California and their polls closed and everything. You were getting the notifications. It was like 20, 30, 40 minutes. I was like, wait a minute, no, that shit's usually a couple of days later.
Oh no, they switched the law that the numbers had to be in by a particular time. But if you don't have all the votes, how do you have the numbers?
Yeah, then how do you have the numbers?
Yep.
So they had their fingers and toes all in this shit. And I think that's why they were so quiet over the weekend. I mean, it was dead silence. I mean, Putin put those pictures out there showing Melania's nappy pussy, and he ain't say a word. He did not
He's
say
not
a
going
word.
to. He's not going to. Was it? I don't recall. I don't recall that.
What's that?
I had to go back and take a look. Oh, she said President Obama was called early.
No, but I looked us and I saw that
wasn't that close, though.
Yeah,
I know the race between him and John McCain wasn't that close.
Close like that. No, because that was one of the reasons why they usually didn't finalize it until like over the weekend, because you're still counting in. All the precincts weren't coming in, and they had gone into the map where they were actually breaking it down by the counties as they were being finalized. But yeah, and they had some help too.
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping that even if the numbers don't work in our favor, that they would show that there was and that there's been interference.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, he was
saying the stuff he was saying. He didn't need your vote.
Yeah, because he can't keep it. See, that's the whole thing. That's like when I'm talking about him being like real silent.
Right.
He can't shut the fuck up.
Right.
He got everybody whacked. Okay. Yep. Seriously, because he just can't shut the fuck up. So for him to be silent, and I mean dead silence.
Right.
You could hear a pin drop because it'd have been like every 15 minutes he would have been on Twitter or something like that,
tweeting and shit.
Knowing goddamn well he could up 4 o'clock in the morning when he's getting his burgers and shit. He'd have to say something.
Yeah.
He just could. He's that type of motherfucker that just can't say. Just leave it alone. Yeah. It is so out of character.
Nope. They're trying to pump him up so that way he can look vibrant and youthful.
Now you're gonna have to have all the damn chairs padded in the Oval Office. That motherfucker gonna be shitting on every goddamn thing.
Put some plastic on it. Walk around like you in somebody's grandmama's house. Put the plastic covers on my furniture. Your shitty ass gonna be everywhere. Shitty diaper wearing ass gonna be everywhere.
Get Trump diapers. Get the gold seal of approval.
For those golden showers.
Oh my goodness. It's crazy. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. And the world is looking at us because they're nervous too. Because the impact here has a lot to do with a lot of issues that are going on. Now, also remember too that Skylink satellites, those were the ones that Putin and whatever the Chinese dictator asked Elon Musk to cut off. So see how it all kind of ties in. And even for the Taiwan, they wanted to take over.
Yeah,
the Chinese wanted. They asked. See, the Chinese asked for Taiwan. They wanted him to turn his system off for that.
Yep.
Yeah, and for the Ukraine, Putin wanted Elon because they're good buddies and they talk on the phone during the election of another good buddy. So you have all this communication with our adversaries.
And I've heard he got security clearance.
Crazy, ain't it? Shit, he had it for his son-in-law Kushner.
No, I'm talking about Elon Musk.
No. Remember for the last time he was in.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason it was, he couldn't get security clearance, but he got it for him.
Cause his little secret dealings that he got going on. They wasn't gonna give it to him. You had to override it.
Yeah, we're about to be a third world country. This motherfucker about to be broke as shit because he's stealing every goddamn thing,
Everything.
and he got away with it. And it's when you have all these people in place that have the same ideology. Ooh, I remember that word. I was surprised I got that motherfucker out because I used to get hung up on that shit. But they think like that, right? And it's just like I said, it's just so fucking crazy. These people have been plotting this shit for a long time, and we're seeing it actually play out. And believe what you see. If you have a gut feeling, just like I had that gut feeling that something else was going on because it was just too quiet, believe it, because they'll sit around and say, "Oh no, nothing." They'll poo-poo it off because you can't even trust the news media.
So we're about to be living in what's that?
What 1985?
Cacotocracy.
Oh,
Yes,
I ain't gonna fuck that word up. I got cacococus, whatever. Play the word. Can't you just play the word?
Yeah, I can.
Let her say it. Stockocracy.
No, it's let's see if you can hear it. No, let's see.
Cacistocracy.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
Cacistocracy.
And you know that's a white man's word because all they ever talk about is cock. Anyway, who the fuck says cock?
That's crazy. It's cack, like khaki.
Cacistocracy. See it? Came from. Yeah. Anyway, a hot ass mess. That's what I'm gonna call it. A hot ass mess.
But it's government ruled by the worst kinds of people.
Right.
Yeah, when you got fraudsters and all that type of stuff. Have fun. You thought the first go around was something. Oh, but wait. This one's about to be a doozy.
And it hasn't even started yet.
No.
Officially,
No. And they already lining their pockets. And I want to see how many people of color is going to be in this cabinet.
Now, I am in nobody. You saw that stage. That stage was Lily White. Lily White. But I love when a lot of the black ladies were saying you on your fucking own. They were hot. Yes. Oh my God, they were hot. And they were so fucking hot. I shut my fucking mouth. I wasn't saying nothing because I was not going to get caught up in that by mistake.
No way.
I mean, because I totally agree with him, and I saw it for what it was, especially after I saw the figures.
Right.
And I was like, well, god damn.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, but y'all don't fucking think they're gonna be sending grandma back.
Yep.
I hope somebody's still over there.
Really, some of them don't care because they don't like they don't like their mothers and their grandmas or their mothers-in-laws anyway. So that part they don't care. They're only gonna care about is when you got to go, your wife's going, your sister, like the core. Hey, grandmas, again, nobody's thinking about tomorrow. Grandma done lived her life. Grandpa done lived their life. But if I gotta go, or my daughter gotta go,
they're gonna definitely sacrifice grandma. No, what is it? Anguilla? Yeah. I was just learning how to speak Spanish too. I guess I will never learn.
They'll definitely sacrifice the old people because they feel good like, oh, okay, well, it's just them. No, when they start taking all y'all motherfuckers, the whole family's going on the trip, they're gonna have a problem with that. Then it's gonna be, oh, my money can save me. Watch my money save me. And I think a lot of them think that too, that their money is gonna somewhat save them from this deportation, like pay to kind of, be able to stay or
they won't have enough money.
They think they do.
I mean, they won't have enough money. And you know what? A lot of them will be swimming back to Cuba.
Get on the boat.
They're gonna swim back to Cuba regardless, because that motherfucker's sinking down there. Florida's sinking.
They gonna throw them back in Cuba. Okay, they ain't even gonna worry about putting them in the boat.
It'd be like, we ain't never seen this many rafts.
Just
floating back towards Cuba. It must have been a shipwreck.
It did.
What an idiot! You big dummy.
That's just what I feel about all of them.
Right.
Just big dummies, just idiots. But anyway, I think that's it. That's all I had. I have nothing else. I can't do it. In other news,
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
all right. So, in some other YouTube news outside of all that's going on in the world, who's not going at it? So, Reed is back. Reed, the Heart of Philadelphia, aka reading my truth by spitting my facts, or spitting my facts by reading my truth. Something with spitting and reading and spitting. Yeah, so they fighting. Reed out here fighting VS, Reed going back at it, and this time Reed is like, "Bitch, I'm not going nowhere." I was like, okay. It was quite interesting to see them go back and forth and really get into it. I gotta go watch, I guess, VS's first. It's probably blocked, so I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But I did.
You're blocked. You're blocked.
No. She privates it a lot, so like she'll do.
Oh, okay. Oh, she'll
You
do it
gotta
and then
be
just
there and
take
watch
it
it.
down.
Yeah, you gotta be there and watch it in the moment. If not, you missed it. So,
Hey, Haitian princess, how you
what's
doing?
going on? So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to see what she said in regards to, but I did watch Reed's response to all that, and basically paraphrasing. She said, "Bitch, you got the wrong one." I thought, oh, okay. This hiatus, that little step away, must have did you some good, but
Well, you get refreshed, you know.
Yep. I don't think she should have left in the first place. Not that she really did, but it's like don't make nobody make you move. You know you deal with the punches as they come, and you just stand your ground. That's all you.
But
can
you
do.
never leave. You know what you do. You fall back in the background. Then you then you go to you do your cloud tour. That's what you do. You be up in everybody's cloud, just saying what the hell was going on.
Like I see that motherfucker talking about me, but no, but I
Taking
think
notes.
even in that is kind of like giving a win. You know what I'm saying?
I saw you laughing in that chat.
I think you should just stand there. You should just be like, "Bro, okay, take that hit," and you just stand there. You just continue to do your thing. I think once you kind of like fade out, it kind of gives that you lost. You didn't stay your ground and kind of stand in it. Yeah, we all know she was saying stuff like, "Oh, she got her back into the B sector because nobody really wanted to deal with her." But we all know that she used you to kind of usher her way back into everybody because nobody was really trusting that she was different and changed and all that stuff. And you took that chance, while everybody was just looking like, "Bitch, what you doing? You do know that something might go left. You do know, and she took that chance, and people, I guess, some people thought, okay, yeah, well, maybe she's changed, and this, that, and the other, and some people it's a different kind of motivation. Sometimes people are motivated by numbers and things here a lot of times. So they following whoever is getting the most numbers. They floating. They over here. They over there. They doing this. They doing that. And they're not concerned about genuine content and supporters. Because of course you got to remember she's been watching people make money off of here, and she couldn't for 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years, however long it was. So she had to. She's on the rebound, trying to get her money back. That was quote unquote taken from her, that she took from herself. I mean, that's the reality of it. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched some of it, but then I had to, of course, do my own thing. So, but check out Read the Heart of Philadelphia's new channel. That's where she had the rebuttal for whatever Via said. If I get a chance, I'll check out what Via said, hopefully at some point. Other stuff, Ronnie Q situation with Hoes with Hearts, is it?
Hoes with hearts.
Yes. I think it's Hoes with Hearts. Now, don't get me wrong, don't quote me, but I believe those women were part of Lipstick Alley or are still a part of Lipstick Alley. I'm not sure. And they may have felt a way about Ronnie Q, kind of really being a part of the beef, becoming a part of the beef sector, being that they criticize the beef sector so much in their, on Lipstick Alley. But I don't know. So a lot of things that came out there. Was Duchess Kelly Love chimed in and shared his experience. Everybody was kind of sharing their little surviving Ronnie Q kind of situation. And it, I mean, some people say Duchess may have went too far. I don't know. I mean, when people are hurt, you don't know what, you never know how they're going to respond or what they're going to say.
You can't tell them how to react.
Yeah. Because you don't really know or necessarily know everything that was done to him on the back end either. So I can't really say, oh, you shouldn't have done that, because I don't know what she did or may have said to someone that he shared with her, and she may have shared it on the back end. I don't know. But yeah, so that was that. And so Queen Kwani and Tracy, aka Erica White, is going at it. For what I do not know. But Kwani has been, say what now? Say what? My God, today. And mustard and this and everything else. So it's a lot going on. And then, of course, you still have Demetria Lit All Day and Miss T Velocity and Queen Diva. So
that's right too.
I guess it's the two.
Wish Queen Diva
happy birthday.
Queen Diva, happy birthday, twin.
That's
happy
right.
birthday, twin.
That's right. And you had celebrated a birthday yourself, sir.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Mm-hmm. And I got my Medicaid card.
Oh. Well, congratulations! You got a whole door kid.
I know. I might have to.
You might have
it may not work. It might be like sliding down. Like, can't get you that hip. Too much. When I heard that one, I was dying, right? And then it dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute, I heard that shit somewhere before.
And
I was like, I said, oh, I remember that one. I was like, these motherfuckers will pick up any bone. They dug in the trash for that one, because that had to be about what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It was like in the very beginning.
Yeah. Think about
because I was like,
I was in the live. I was watching it. That's what I was like.
And I was like, oh, I said, I remember. And then I thought, oh, that was nice. You know? And I was like, well, shit. We fucking grown adults. You do what the fuck you want to do.
Right. That's why I didn't understand for the life of me, certain parts of it. I don't understand people's anger. Like I watched Miss T Velocity's response to it, and she was quite angry that people were over there kind of quote unquote believing it. And I just said to myself,
but you have to remember that you have some people that weren't around then.
Right.
So
and
they don't pick it up.
It. They just was just watching it. But in that same vein, people would feel the same way about other people when they're over there watching a cleanup and in the group. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it's on you, you can't be mad at people for watching or believing what people are gonna believe what they want to believe. There's nothing you could do to change that. Like that's
Yes,
just
it is.
so
It is
unfortunate.
Scorpio season.
Yeah,
Y'all
right.
better watch out because we got fucking Medicaid cards.
Oh Lord,
We
stinging
out
folks.
here
Hey, Medicaid, how are you?
doing all kinds of. Hey, Patty. Yeah,
Doing all
and
kinds of
we's
stuff.
doing shit with our cards.
Mm.
But yeah, because I was like, wait a minute, I vaguely remember, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I said I remember that. I said because it was another, one of his people he had met with.
supporters. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I said, but then around here, they will dig up old shit
Yeah.
from 20 years ago, and
Yeah.
this shit wasn't even it wasn't even here, and make it
Right.
sound or put a new twist to it, a new spin
Right.
to it.
Right.
And I was
Yeah.
like, that's not the way it is. So you have to have people who were here at the time to
Right.
straighten it out. It's like, no, that shit ain't true. You just heard some dumb shit.
Right. Well,
But
Rico
but
did
I got
come
this.
and
Yeah, Rico came back up
yeah.
because I was in Miss T's listening to that. But I love that. I love their love. That's the
Mhm.
way a brother. That's the way siblings are supposed to love each other. Because I was like, are they from the DMV? They from around here,
No, I think they're from
or are they?
Jersey.
I guess it's Jersey, Philadelphia. Because goddamn it, they ain't sound like they were from downtown. If she'd have caught that motherfucker, she'd have wore that ass out. I'm telling you, because she was like, she was hitting us that punctuation and syllables on them curse words. And I was like, ooh, my
And the
heart feels
bitch
warm.
and motherfucker.
Right. Because that's the way it sounds down here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my heart
Well,
feels warm. I feel
I think
like
she lives in the DMV now, but I don't think they're
mhm,
originally from the DMV
from
area.
there. Yeah, but I guess it just must be that East Coast thing then.
Yeah, she just
Because
gives me like
goddamn.
Jersey. She gives me like
Oh, yeah, because she'd have snatched
Jersey.
that bitch. She'd have snatched that bitch. And I wish she could snatch that bitch because I'd have been there for it.
uh uh I don't condone
Yes.
violence here. But yeah, no. Um
No, you better warm up. You might have to slap a hoe out here nowadays.
right.
'Cause
That
these
is true.
motherfuckers, if they weren't emboldened before, they're
Yeah,
emboldened now.
yeah.
So you
They
better get
definitely
ready.
have gotten their marching orders this time.
Hmm
So yeah.
Yeah, don't let that motherfucker get your ass planted.
Not at all. But
Yeah, but she
yeah.
was laying that motherfuckers out, and I was just
Mhm.
like, yes, Lord. So yeah, I take an act of kindness, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and we do what we do, as black folk. We do what we do.
right,
We'll hook you up if we love somebody. We had somebody like that. We gonna help you as much as we can, and if we
right.
can build the system or whatever, we gonna do that shit too. And it's
Yeah.
like, I was like, dang it. I said, you motherfuckers too much.
Yeah, but that was interesting.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the most part that I caught in the midst of actual working. Um, Miss Cruiser
Mhm.
uh, was responding to some choice words that Big Bree had for her, and she's also having an issue with Jay Wilson. Um, basically, again, running that same line about his cruise and cruising, knowing certain people were going to be there, not telling him, and all kinds of, crazy shadaki, unfounded BS. But Cruiser did respond with said receipts, basically disputing and defuting and deflating everything that Jay Wilson was saying. I mean, again, granted, I know a lot of times receipts and facts are lost on a lot of people out here because, it's what, the most sensationalized thing gets the most play and the most views, but facts do matter, and like real things do matter to people. And when you know, degrading someone's thing that they do, their business, yeah, you can go to court for that. That's not nothing. I mean, learn from Tasha K and Cardi B. Fool, this is not. It's not a game. Don't let you thinking people. Oh, ain't nobody gonna take me to court. Ain't nobody gonna pay. For people's business and what they do, they'll take your ass to court and don't
So
care.
when they say stop, stop.
Right.
Stop.
If they say stop, just stop. I mean, it's pointless anyway when you actually know the truth. Like, yeah, I get you trying to, make people not trust her for whatever reason, but you don't need to, defame someone's character to do that. Let the people because the people gonna make their own minds up whether or not they trust her or not. And the people that trust her will trust her, and the people that don't won't. But there's nothing you can do to change that. What you can do is stop doing what you're doing, because what you're gonna wind up doing is finding yourself in court over some stupidness when all you needed to do was stop. This is her business. This is what she does. Her name is Cruiser. Why would you kind of put that out there like that? No, especially when you know it didn't happen that way. Yeah, you could be disappointed people showed up and other people didn't tell you. People know how to keep secrets because it wasn't nothing that would harm you. I mean, somebody showing up is just somebody showing up. One, it's a public cruise. You don't own the damn ship. So it didn't matter who came. They would have bought a ticket like you bought a fucking ticket and ended up on the damn boat, period. So why get upset as if this was a private event? If it was supposed to be a private event, bitch, you should have rented a yacht. Private events call for private things, where it's just you and your group, not a public ship that, Tariq, Tawanda, and Shaquana and all of them was on. And, if somebody happened to see you, that looked like Jay Wilson. I mean,
on the USS Minnow.
Right. I just don't get it. Like, people put themselves in the most odd predicaments, and then when somebody really takes their quote unquote jokes or whatever they think they're doing in lightheartedness, oh, it's not that really big of a deal. Till you get papers and you gotta show up at court, then it's a whole different story. Then it's, oh, Your Honor, I didn't know. Oh, Your Honor, I didn't say that. Nobody has time for that. The court is done really wasting time with y'all frivolous, I didn't know, this, that, and the other. When you start talking about people's livelihoods, they expect you to know. They expect you to know. And you don't get a pass from your ignorance when dealing with the court's time. Y'all gonna stop.
End up in jail.
Right.
And you know it's be Trump jail.
Because they're gonna get tired of y'all with this bull, like it's with this BS.
Yeah, because it consumes so much time for such. I mean, this virtual shit.
For nonsense. For when you do all this, and then when it's time for you to go to court, you asking for extensions and contentions because you don't have your stuff. Oh, because this video won't play or you can't find it. That's BS and bullshit.
Or you're not taking it serious, and you're wasting time. You're wasting court's time.
So it's like, come on, like, and it's especially when you don't know the pockets people have. If you already struggling, doing Ubers and Lyfts and Grubhubs and Grab Foods and whatever else, just to make sure that you're paying your bills on time. And maybe you could get a public defender. I don't know, but I wouldn't trust it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, lawyers cost money, real money, like money. And you got to have the money up front before they even look at your case. Okay? We're talking about 10 to 20, 30, depending on the type of law you got. And being that, as we know in public knowledge, a little, mortgage is a little iffy, wishy. You may not be able to borrow no equity to cover that. So just be mindful. Like, chill out. Cracking jokes and talking about somebody is, that's whatever. They're words. But when you're going after people's livelihood, I think that's a bit far. That's a bit far. Because if somebody wants to really check you, they have every right to. And once that check ball gets a rolling, ain't much of nothing you could do to stop it. That all would depend on the person with the balls. And we know you don't have. They're a little light in there. But yeah, just it's on all seriousness. Like, dude, it's really not that serious. Your feelings was hurt. You felt Cruiser should have told you. It wasn't Cruiser's responsibility to tell you. I don't know why you don't understand that. I don't know why you don't get that. And the crazy bit is you keep saying that that Cruiser should have told you, but then you say in the same breath, you already knew that he was coming. Now, which one is it? Because if you already knew that he was coming, then why would you have needed Cruiser to tell you that he, meaning Sean Bradley, was coming? Because you didn't know. Like, you didn't know. It was gag on you. Okay. But there was no hurt, no harm, no danger there. Because again, it was a public ship. And you, sir, was saying the date of said cruise, time of said cruise, all this information you were given out to the people. So yeah, some people got together and decided we're gonna go. That's it. Were you shocked to see him? Yeah, that's all you need to say. I was shocked and surprised that he was there and that they showed up. But why does this have to all this, degradation be on Cruiser? And for what? When y'all asked her to help orchestrate the cruise, because you didn't know nothing about cruising. How else would she get involved? Because y'all asked her to. I mean, again, it's like it's like looking at it straight in your face. You know nothing about cruising. Shut up. You know nothing about cruising. So of course,
you sure?
Huh?
You sure?
Well, you know nothing about cruising on a ship. I don't know if you know anything about cruising anywhere else. You
in a park.
You say you was a flight attendant, so I'm sure
at a church.
Sometimes they do a lot of cruising too, and and church folks do some cruising. So I mean on the ship, the carnivals, the Norwegians, them in the water, right? Not the wet and wild, but in actual ocean water. You didn't know anything about that. You asked her, or you asked, Uncle Aunt Viv.
Sound like a Dr. Seuss Seuss thing. You can cruise on a ship. You can cruise on the flute.
You can cruise on a ship. You could cruise on your lip. You could cruise. As long as you take your prep and don't let it lap. But no, again, in all seriousness, you did not know anything about cruising, and the only person that you or Vivian knew that would help kind of orchestrate or help you organize what you were trying to do involving cruising was Miss Cruiser. And the only reason why you even thought of doing a cruise is because of whom? Say it with me now. Dovey.
Mm.
So what's the big whoop? What is it? What is it? Like, really, what is it? And what kills me the most, not even, of course, the stuff about what she does for her job, which is crazy. Don't do that. But the fact that you like calling women, especially straight women on here, lesbians and lesbiterians and all that kind of stuff, but will be up in arms. Somebody calls you gay or I know y'all don't like the F words. I'm not gonna say it, but the F word or something like that. Like, you'd be so up in arms, but you'd be so quick to call another woman who is straight a lesbian. I'm lost. It makes no sense. So get it together. Like, cut it out, because nobody wants to see your big hip ass in court. Okay, with them horrible fashions. Bad enough we had to see James Caldwell with them horrible fashions in court. Nobody wants to see you in court. And possibly have things garnished from you because you can't afford to pay for defaming someone's character, for just stopping, right? But when a joke goes too far, and that's just that. But just walk away. What's wrong with this shit? Just where you just walk away. You agree to disagree or not agree, and you walk away. That's it. No harm, no foul. Just walk the fuck away. Y'all people are ridiculous with that. Until shit get real, and then it's you got people begging on us. Oh, please don't take them to court. Could you try? People on behalf trying to stop behind the scenes, trying to stop you from going forward with your court case because they feel away. Well, he should have kept his mouth shut. That's it. Just stop. Point blank period. Just stop. Because other people are going to wind up getting dragged into that whole situation because them receipts got Vivian's name all over it. All over it. And if she is the person that orchestrates your trips and your little event that you had, and she was the head person in charge, that's all the judge is going to ask. That's it. That's all. So I don't know if you think you're going to go in there like Matlock or some shit. You're wasting your time. So yeah, so it don't look bad on you, and you don't, end up with egg on your face, which is something new and different for you. It's
Shut
not.
up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Well, I was just talking about a face mask.
Yeah. You talking about facials, all right.
So yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. And again, not that I'm caping for, Cruiser can hold her own, because she had every curse word in there. I was like, okay, Cruiser, listen here, bitch. I said, okay. But yeah, no, let's not do that. You don't like it when, people came after your places of employment, and you had to do some shifting. So why didn't do that to somebody else, right? Why go after something that somebody else does for their financial whatever, to prove what point, right? If you're gonna crack jokes, stick it to your jokes, and that's leave it be. Because again, shit's real. And you don't want to be on the end of that having to pay somebody restitution for you going too far. Because, ain't no set limitation on what somebody can sue you for. The judge either says yay or nay, we can lower it. But there's no, there's no Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Yeah. Everybody, just be good to yourselves, and but be good
Just
to
love
yourself.
yourself.
Anyway.
Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself.
Yeah, definitely be good to yourself. During these times, focus on you. Right.
Right.
Stop spending so much time focusing on what the next person is doing and making sure you're good. I think a lot of times we always looking at what somebody else is doing, focusing on what other people are doing, and it's that time that we need to focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Make sure your finances is right. Make sure shit go down. You're able to get up and go if need be, because we never know. Tomorrow and none of this shit is promised. So,
Right.
yeah, I get it. The holidays is coming, and the numbers look enticing, and that's it. Cool, but you can crack jokes and do other things to bring the people. You don't need to.
No, but we do know what time of the year it is.
Right. That, but it's sad though that
But you better get it while you can get it.
that it's always
you got an old new sheriff in town. All this shit has changed overnight. You won't get shit.
right.
They only want you to get overtime.
That part is true. That part is true. So I don't know, but yeah, it ain't worth it personally. It really ain't worth it, especially when you already had rough patches. The karma wouldn't be. Yeah, no, don't even do it. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I got. I'm done preaching off the Reading Rainbow. Let's see. Any movies? No, I ain't watch none.
Ain't nobody watching nothing.
Pretty soon. I think Deadpool and Wolverine is on Disney Plus, but I haven't checked it out.
I told you I had that. It was like 4 weeks ago.
I haven't even been interested in watching it.
Watching nothing about just all this shit that's been going on.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Nope. That's not it. Yeah.
No. Black people, applaud yourself because you did what you're supposed to do. You knew what the assignment was.
Right. Now, all you other 20% mofos, don't be coming to the house because you're not invited.
Don't even bring no plate. You ain't getting nothing.
Don't even bring no Tupperware, no nothing. You just
Now, just like everybody says, it's time for us to sit back and worry about ourselves. Yeah. We have proven to ourselves that we can unite when we need to.
Right. But I mean, I think we all knew that, though.
Huh? Yeah, but you know what it is? You always have people that listen to other outside groups that you would assume that we were disorganized. That we were very disorganized, and we're not.
Sure. And definitely applauding the black man who showed up and supported her. I thought that was
look. I always think I thought they were always there.
Yeah. But the media with all the talk of it's so many they're thinking about switching, and it's like, who you asking? Poo Poo and Ray Ray and them, who the only thing that they worried about is child support, but you ain't taking care of no damn kid anyway.
But you might be taking care of one while it's still an embryo.
Right. How about it?
All that shit's about to come down to. It's a whole lot of twists and turns in this shit, so you really need to pay attention.
And they about to crank up the child support, taking you to jail if you don't pay, because that helps keep the prisons full. Why?
Somebody got to pick that cotton.
Somebody got to pick them oranges.
Oh yeah, that too. You're about to find out what a black job. You're about to find out what a black job is.
What is that? Black jobs. It's black jobs. What are the black jobs? Right.
It is a citrus fruit.
Tropicana.
Oh my God! They know what juice boxes come from.
Right. I'm not messing with you. It's about to
Know where
be,
juice boxes come from.
it's about to be real. It's about to
Hmm.
be
Yeah, but
real.
I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll be a lot of foolishness, like it always is,
yeah.
because.
I mean,
But this
hopefully.
time, I always talk about the United States can burn from sea to shining sea. We won't. We won't. We won't be lighting the match.
Oh no. Oh
We
no.
won't be
He
lighting.
he gonna light it. He gonna light it
Mm-hmm.
himself. He gonna light it himself.
Uh-huh.
And then they gonna be in awe watching it burn. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be in total disarray, and calling for the heads of everybody included. And we should have never trusted you. We don't know why you trusted him in the first place. We tried to tell you. So
So I want all our people who have felonies to know that you can run for president.
okay. I
Felonies
mean, I
charge.
personally, I think they should remove it from the application process. If clearly
Yeah,
you can
that's
run
right.
for president of the United States and be charged with felony, not
And you and be able to vote.
but how about it? But I guess that's only for the skin folk that ain't kinfolk.
Yeah. Just remember, you have witnessed history. This is a master class in
Yes,
white
no.
supremacy
Go ahead,
and how
Van.
this
Go
shit
ahead,
works.
Van.
I hate him. He makes me
No,
sick.
not that Van. The
Oh,
Van
oh,
from he used to be on the
on
that the guy with the lawyer.
with Harvey, whatever
Yeah,
his name is.
mm,
Yeah, but it's a master class.
it is.
This shit they have they had this. It's just fucking undescribable.
Yeah, they did it.
Just
That's all I can
they
say. They did it.
yeah, they did it.
So they did it.
Teflon Don, and he had help.
But I'm saying
And understand
but he's such a
it's the help.
useful idiot, though. It's not even him. It's
No, and it's them. But see,
right
everybody
there
always, like I said, everybody always focuses on him,
on him.
and it's
But
not
they
him.
know
No,
that.
it's that coworker that you just want
Yeah,
to smack the shit out of.
yeah.
And you know what? If she posts up, check her out. Yes.
The
And you
the
know
one
what?
who brings the
And
potatoes
what you
out.
do is you knock the bitch out, right? And then you apply for FMLA. Said because they stressed me out because she said all these microaggressions before they start doing away with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure you whip them good. You know.
But make sure you have your records, okay? Don't
Yeah.
go whipping and beating up on nobody with no records because they're
Yeah.
gonna take you to jail. All right. So make sure
You always
got
have proof. Let's
documentation.
tape everything
and
and
everything.
let's just watch them suffer. Just watch them suffer because they're not used to dealing with hard times.
No, or bleeding in parking lots.
Run up, get done up, motherfucker. You know how that go.
Or getting greeted by by just random people who just feel like they want to do that. It's about to be crazy, and especially these white college drunk kids that they just letting off some steam.
But it has trickled down to the schools.
Yeah,
You have these young white boys telling these girls, and that's going to go up too. Sexual assault.
Yep.
Can I say sexual assault, or they always use abbreviations? Regardless, sexual assault.
It don't matter
because they're walking around. Yeah. Wow. Whatever. Anyhow, they because they're walking around talking about was it my choice, my body?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Your body, my choice.
Your body, my choice. And they're already doing that in school.
Yeah. And also, the day after the election, a lot of people who were black or other got text messages about plantations, there's a meeting at a plantation, and all. They're looking into that. I mean, Are you not surprised? Like I'm
Yeah.
I know. This is why I said, and I said this the day after the election after she lost. Do you still think America's not a racist country, honey?
You know what? That's the first fucking thing I
That's
said.
the first thing I said. You still
Mhm.
think America's not a racist country?
Right.
I guess that tune changed now.
Mhm. But like I told you, it's showing the world who they truly are.
Who they've
Who they
always
truly
been.
are. Yeah, we
Yeah.
always do, but outside these borders, you wouldn't think so because the propaganda extends further out.
Mm, I could see that.
Huh? Oh
I
yeah,
said
it
I could
always
see that.
is. If you look
Yeah,
at the movies, I mean, you look at movies, foreign movies and things like that. Always, the darker skinned person is always the villain,
right,
and they always like the hip hop, especially when hip hop was
right.
the thing. They're always that you with the lingo and all the movements, even the body language.
Right.
So, like I said, it's nothing
Everybody
but.
want to be a nigga until they want to be a nigga.
Hmm. Oh, but all of y'all about to be niggas.
Surprise,
But-
surprise.
But the one advantage is we're always in that mode. So this feels like a
Yeah,
little
this-
slight like a slight hiccup,
Right.
and you adjust accordingly. You
You
don't
know,
be
they
stressed
was-
out because these motherfuckers are sweat. These motherfuckers, they are losing their mind. Like I
I
said, a
don't
couple
want to be
people on my
treated
job,
like a black person.
like, yeah, why not? Because you
Right.
white people have treated us so well.
Yeah.
And they always want to talk, and they want the conversation about their problems. Oh, I ain't got time to be. Fuck you, I ain't got time for you.
Well, that is why this man is president for a second term, because he is their grievance.
Mhm.
He is their.
He's like, I compared him to that piece you hit and you get burnt, right? And you thought that shit was so good, you went back and got burnt again.
I've never experienced that. I don't know what that's like.
No, I've had some dumb friends,
Mm.
and it's like you just got that shit cleared up,
Yeah,
and you went back again. It's not like y'all went down there. You went down there, and you went back and you burned again. Oh, that shit was good.
well,
Yeah,
I
it's
hope you don't have a COVID 2.0, because if you have a COVID 2.0, then you're really fucked.
You go right on back.
Boom.
Out there messing in some nappy pussy. And y'all about to find out.
Uh,
So,
God.
like I said, just sit on back and watch.
Mm.
Try not to. Don't give them the energy.
Yeah.
That's another lifesaver. It's like something happens to them, it just happens to them. That goes for the Latinos and everybody else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And during the holidays, your family's gonna come over. You know that one asshole that you know for a fact. And then they want to talk about politics. just, just kick that motherfucker out. Just plain and simple. I'm sure it's enough for y'all. Over them, they not one. Don't invite them. It's okay. It's okay to disown people.
Right.
It really is. For your own mental health and well-being. It
Right.
is perfectly fine
These people ain't
to
worth
to exit them out of your life.
it. Yes, it's only for it's the holidays. Jeez.
Shit, it could be permanent.
That part.
Because if they were that bad beforehand, they were that
Right.
bad beforehand. Shit,
Right.
they're not going to change. It's still going to be the same
I've
thing.
seen some
So,
people talking about they was taking Christmas gifts back and not supporting some family. Like, well, since you voted
Yeah.
against me, then I'm taking all my money back since I support you.
yeah, and that's
Like,
another thing. So just be mindful about your spending habits.
Yeah.
Because you really don't know this ride is going to be a lot wilder.
Yeah.
And you don't know how it's going to be a lot faster because we don't have any stop gaps in the middle to slow it down.
Nope.
What it
Full throttle.
the House and the Senate? What they have both?
They have both. They have everything.
Okay, yeah, but to pass they need what, 60, right?
Well,
Do the Republicans have?
if he does the filibuster, which I think he's probably, this is Mitch McConnell we're talking about, Turkey Neck is not. He about to go full throttle, so he may not even do what he needs to 60. He may just go with the majority.
Well, I hope it's enough to kill him from the excitement. But anyway, um, you know, maybe they're. I was wondering if they're because I hadn't heard.
Oh no, they did pick up the Democrats did pick up a seat, but they still Republicans still lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because even look, Marjorie Taylor Greene, her bitch ass still in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, that's a
So now you can say you're a racist with your whole heart.
right, right.
You're a racist. Paula Dean, you're a racist with butter.
Right.
With your whole fucking heart, you can say it and watch them turn beet red.
And then look at the rainbow like the more you know. You're racist, bitch.
You're racist, bitch.
You're
Oh,
racist.
too much.
Crazy. But anyway, that's all I got. Yep. Guys, have a great night. Until next time, if anything happens. God
All right.
forbid.
So what are we doing? What are we doing? So you just playing it by ear unless?
Yeah, I'm just playing it by ear unless something really, big like
And that's what January?
Yep.
Okay, I had to know because I had to go there and collect unemployment while they still giving it out.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, because I'll just take it because this is about to be a whole whirlwind of mess, and I don't want to burn myself out before.
I was getting ready to say because
because I've been through this
watching
before.
this shit. Yeah, I was getting ready to say this shit.
We've
This
been
shit is
through
rough.
this rodeo before, and it was rough, and it's about to get rougher. So I definitely need to take a step back. I mean, I'll still be here or whatever, and still do.
Oh yeah, we know you will.
But
you be talking about Big Bree and everybody else.
Yeah.
your arch nemesis. You still have other things to do. Just so much you don't want to spread yourself thin.
No,
spread yourself thin.
No,
anyhow,
I'm thin enough.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no. I need to center that because this is about to be real crazy. Yeah. So we'll be taking a little light break.
Yep. So definitely, everybody, I would definitely take a little breather. Reduce your sources of news. Not if you need to be somewhat engaged, but the ones that you know for a fact that they have control of, don't pay any attention to. Just don't try not to dwell on it too much, but just be aware of what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm telling you.
Yes, we are in interesting times. Well, we've been in interesting times since Obama.
Yeah.
See, that's the whole thing, and you just don't get a break.
Yeah.
And it's constantly changing, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse, but it has been a big eye opener.
Yeah.
You hear people talk about being woke and everything. It is an awakening.
It is, right. And they try to make it seem like it's such a bad thing. No, nothing wrong with that.
It's good for you. It's good for you. It's like citric magnesium. Sometimes you need a thorough cleaning out.
Need to get the shit out.
Definitely. Yeah, you need to get out there. You need to get it all out. Make sure that shit. You always gotta drink water because if you don't, it won't.
You gotta move it.
Move it. It'll just be sitting up there. But it's an awakening, and they are so afraid. If they were such great people to live with, they would not be trying to stifle information.
Right.
That's going on. Why are you banning books?
Right. Because you know the truth.
And that's another thing too, real quick. Books that they're banning that you want your children to be able to read. Try to get the hard copies, if not the digital copies, because I do see them making them disappear altogether out of print, or
Mhm.
being redacted,
Yep.
changing the content.
Changing the content. Yep.
So, there'll probably be a dime a dozen. If you see something that you think a young person might need, just for reference or something, ones that they're definitely banning,
Mhm.
keep that into consideration.
Right. So next thing you know, they be writing books talking about Rosa Parks was actually arrested for being a pickpocketer.
Mm-hmm.
Not
And a hoe.
that.
I know Rosa. She was clapping those
Rosa,
cheeks.
Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And we told her, no, you had to do that on the back of the bus. And she said, no, I'm going to do it up front.
Because we wouldn't dare call Thomas Jefferson a rapist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we wouldn't dare do that. Of a child molester, no less.
Lester. Yeah. The founding fathers.
Right.
That's why they called them that, because they were founding fathers all over the goddamn place.
Right. Seed droppers, Johnny Appleseeds just walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. But yeah. All right. That's it. That's all. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes, and I thank you for every bit of it. You guys have been great as always. It's always a pleasure. Until next time, like I said, I'll be around, and I'll occasionally drop a live. But yeah, just taking a little hiatus for a while. And yeah, it is what it is.
Yes. So stay safe, stay aware, keep your head on a swivel,
please.
and smack a cracker. You'll feel better.
I like that. I'm gonna use that. And just have like a saltine thing. Hey, I'm getting Reed, I need to talk to you. I got a t-shirt. All right, guys. Have a great night. And until next time, God bless and good night. Peace.
Take care.
Let's see if it worked this time. Did it work? Did it work? No, not working. Okay, wait.